is Rachel, and I'm going to read this book. It's called The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Braubaker Bradley. I really like books, so that's why I think you might like it. Here, I'll just read the back. It says, Ada is 10 years old and has never left her one-room apartment. Her cruel mother is too mutilated by Ada's twisted foot to let her outside. So when her little brother Jamie is shipped out of London to escape the war, Ada sneaks out to join him. Ada and Jamie are forced upon Susan Smith, a woman used to having only herself to care for. At Susan's home, Ada teaches herself to ride a pony, learns to read, and watches for German spies. She begins to trust Susan, and Susan's begin to love Ada and Jamie. But in the end, will their bond be enough to hold them together through wartime? Or will Ada and her brother fall back into the hands of their mother? Sorry if I read fast. Alright, so, Chapter 1. Ada, get back from that window, Mom's voice shouting. Mom's arm grabbing mine, yanking me, so I toppled off my chair and fell hard to the floor. I was only saying hello to Stephen White. I knew better than to talk back, but sometimes my mouth was faster than my brain. I became a fighter that summer. Mom smacked me hard. My head snapped back against the chair leg, and for a moment I saw stars. Don't you be talking to nobody, Mom said. I'll let you look out that window out of the kindness of my heart, but I'd board it over if you go sticking your nose out, much less talking to anyone. Jamie's out there, I mumbled. And why shouldn't he be? Mom said. He ain't a cripple, not like you. I clamped my lips over what I might have said next, and shook my head to clear it. Then I saw the smear of blood on the floor. Oh, mercy. I haven't cleaned it all up from this afternoon. If Mom saw it, she'd put 2 and 2 fast. Then I'd be in the soup for sure. I slid over until my bottom covered the blood stain, and I curled my bad foot beneath me. You better be making my tea, Mom said. She sat on the edge of the bed and peeled off her stockings, wiggling her 2 good feet near my face. I'm off to work in a bit. Yes, ma'am. I pushed my window chair sideways to hide the blood. I crawled across the floor, keeping my scabbed over bad foot out of Mom's line of sight. I pulled myself onto our second chair, lit the gas ring, and put the kettle on. Cut me some bread and dripping, Mom says. Get some for your brother, too, she laughed, and if there's any left, you can throw it out to the window. See if Stephen White would like your dinner. How you like that? I didn't say anything. I cut 2 thick slices off the bread and shoved the rest behind the sink. Jamie wouldn't come home until after Mom left anyhow. He always shared whatever food there was with me. When the tea was ready, Mom came to get her mug. I see that look in your eyes, my girl, she said. Don't start thinking you cross me. You're lucky I put up with you as is. You have no idea how much worse things can be. I poured myself a mug of tea, too. I took a deep swallow and felt the hot liquid scowl, a trail clearing down to my gut. Mama wasn't kidding, but then neither was I. There were all kinds of wars. The story I'm telling starts out 4 years ago at the beginning of the summer of 1939. England stood on the edge of another great war, then the war we're in the middle of now. Most people are afraid. I was 10 years old, though I didn't know my age at the time, and while I heard of Hitler, little bits and pieces and swear words that flowed from the lane to my 3rd floor window, I wasn't the least concerned about him or any other war fought between nations. You'd think from what I already told you that I was at war with my mother, but my first war, the one I waged that June, was between my brother and me. Jamie had a mop of dirt brown hair, the eyes of an angel, and the soul of an imp. Mom said he was 6 years old and would have to start school in the fall. Unlike me, he had strong legs and the 2 sound feet on the ends of them. He used to run away from me. I dreaded being alone. One room on the 3rd floor above the pub where Mom worked nights. In the morning, Mom slept late, and it was my job to get Jamie something to eat and keep him quiet until she was ready to wake up. Then Mom usually went out of the shop or talked to women in the lane. Sometimes she took Jamie with her, but mostly not. In the evenings, Mom went with her, but mostly not. And I fed Jamie tea and sang to him and put him to sleep. I've been doing all that for as long as I can remember. From the days when Jamie still wore diapers and was too small to use the pot. We played games and sang songs and watched the world out of the window. The Iceman and his cart, the rag and bone man, and his shaggy pony. The men coming home from the docks in the evenings, and the women hanging out wash and talking on the stoops. The children of the lane skipping rope and playing tag. I could have gone down the stairs, even then I could have crawled or scooted on my bottom. I wasn't helpless, but the one time I did venture outdoors, Mom found out and beat me until my shoulders bled. You're nobody, a disgrace, she screamed. A monster with that ugly foot. You think I want the world seeing my shame? She threatened to board over my window if I went downstairs again. That was always her threat to me. My right foot was small and twisted so that the bottom pointed skyward, all the toes in the air, and what should have been the top touched the ground. The ankle didn't work right, of course, and it hurt. Whenever I put weight on it, most of my life, I never did. I was good at crawling. I didn't protest, staying in one room so long as it held both Jamie and me. But as Jamie grew older, he wanted to be with the other children playing in the street. Why shouldn't he? Mom said. He's normal enough. To Jamie said, you're not like Ada. You can go whenever you like. He can't, I said. He has to stay where I can see him. At first he did, but then he made friends with a gang of boys and went running out of sight all day. He came home with stories about the docks and the river Thames, where big ships unloaded cargo from around the world. He told me about trains and warehouses bigger than our whole block of flats. He'd seen St. Mary's, a church by whose bells I marked time. As the summer day grew longer, he stayed out later and later until he came home. Hours after Mom left, he was gone all the time, and Mom didn't care. My room was a prison. I could hardly bear the heat and the quietness and the emptiness. I tried everything to make Jamie stay. I barred the door so he could get out, but he was already stronger than me. I begged and pleaded with Mom. I threatened Jamie, and then one hot day I tied his hands and feet while he was sleeping. I would make him stay with me. Jamie woke up. He didn't scream or shout. He thrashed once, and he laid helpless looking at me. Tears slid down his cheeks. I untied him as quickly as could. I felt like a monster. He had a red mark on his wrist from where I pulled the string too tight. I won't do it again, I said. I promise. I'll never do that again. Still his tears flow. I understand. In all my life I never hurt Jamie. I never hit him once. Not once. Now I became like Mom. I'll stay inside, he whispered. No, I said. No, you don't need to. But have some tea before you leave. I gave him a mug and a piece of bread. And dripping. It was just the two of us that morning. Mom's gone. I don't know where. I patted Jamie's head and kissed the top of it, and sang him a song, and did all I could to make him smile. Pretty soon you'll be going to school anyhow, I said, astonished. I haven't fully realized this before. You'll be gone all day, and I'll be okay. I'm going to fix things so I'll be okay. I coaxed him in and going out to play. I waved him from the window. Then I did what I should have done to start with. I taught myself to walk. If I could maybe walk, maybe Mom wouldn't be so ashamed of me. Maybe we could disguise my crippled foot. Maybe I could leave the room and stay with Jamie. At least go to him if he needed me. That's what happened. Not the way I thought it would. In the end, it was a combination of the two. Ended my little war against Jamie, and to start the big war, Hitler's war, that set me free.